Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Los Alamitos High School Gymnasium for the LATV Game of the Week. Tonight, it's the Los Al Griffins taking on the Newport Harbor Sailors. I'm Larry Strother. I'm here with Mark Brosman. We'll be broadcasting the game for you tonight. And with us to start things off, our coach of Los Alamitos Griffins, Ed Quartermarch. Ed, you got a good game ahead of you tonight.
Yeah, it's always good. We want to open our home opener in league with a good effort. The guys are excited, so it should be a good game.
You had a tough start, one of the toughest schedules around in preseason. Had to go up against Modern Day, one of the best teams in a long time there. But the team's looking pretty good the last couple, last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, we purposely scheduled those guys. We purposely went and played a really tough schedule to prepare us for league. So far, it's paid off. If it doesn't, then I look bad. But if it does, then we all look good. So hopefully, it's the right end. Well,
they're back to 8-9 now. Have a chance to get back to 500. What's going to be your game plan? We promise Newport people won't look at it right now. So what's going to be your game plan going into the game tonight?
We want to provide a lot of pressure. We feed off our defense. We get a lot of offensive opportunities from our defense. If our first group comes out and sets a tempo, usually that kind of sets the tempo for the rest of the game. So that's what we're looking for.
And what about Newport? What's the scouting report on them? So we don't have to do our homework.
They have a lot of guys that just do good fundamental basketball things. They're a system team. They run the system. They stay within themselves. They don't try and do anything outside of their abilities, and they don't beat themselves up. So.
All right, well, we're looking forward to good contest. We'll let you get back over to your team. We know you have to make some crack decisions right now. So.
Always.
All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you later. All right, Mark, welcome back for another season of NJB, but they're a little older than NJB, Los Alamitos High School basketball.
And a lot of former NJB players on the court for Los Alamitos. It's going to be exciting. It's a Friday night Sunset League home opener for the Griffins. It's Queen of Courts. The student section is going to be packed. The gym should be electric. It's going to be a good game, even though Newport comes limping in with an 0-2 Sunset record. They'll give the Griffins all they can handle. They got a 6'10", 185-pound junior, Kevin Rakishaw, that you're going to want to keep your eyes on, and I suspect he's going to give the Griffins a little bit of fits on the boards.
And Los Alamitos will throw 5 guards who are kind of interchangeable. They're all about the same size, all under 6 feet. But Chris Capano is the main scorer in the group. He's been getting 16 and 18 points in the first 2 Sunset League games. Jack Emmons playing some great defense. You got Chad Kutzke. Wes Mitter, the junior, had 12 points the other night. And then they have the 2 big guys, Ryan Hurst and Zach Radner underneath. So
yeah, they're a pretty well-balanced team. You'll see Coach Quartermarsh run in 10, 12 players. They'll all get a lot of playing time. And even the captain, Patrick Scully, a 3-year varsity player here for the Griffins, he'll see a lot of action out there. It's a fun team to watch. They play hard. They play aggressive. And they got some guys that can put the ball in the hole.
All right, well, we're going to have a chance to take a look at it when we come back. It's going to be the Los Alamitos versus Newport Harbor Sailors. The game of the week, Queen of Court Nights, here at the Los Alamitos Gymnasium. We'll see you after these messages.
Quit playing around and clean out the garage.
Quit playing around, huh? I'll show her. Let's go, Joe. Nice.
Your garage and sell Play It Again Sports, your gently used sports and fitness gear.
Setting up your home with interior lighting can really be a major task. That's where McNally Electric's new website can help. Its practical and simple layout, along with its amazing search engine, allows you to sort by lighting type, style, dimension, and other factors that could help you with your decisions. Of course, McNally Electric's lighting consultants are always ready to assist you at any time. Visit our showroom in Los Alamitos, where we have a selection of over 200 vendors. We have what you're looking for. McNally Electric, affordable, quality lighting.
All right, welcome back to the gymnasium. We're getting ready for the national anthem. It's going to be sung by Los Alamitos student Hannah Claire.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, very, very nice job there by Hannah Claire, Los Alamitos student. Getting ready for the introduction of the starting lineups. And Mark, one thing we didn't mention in our pregame chat was that Newport Harbor will be playing a brand new coach this week.
Yeah, apparently their longtime head coach
Larry Hurst
resigned during the week, and longtime assistant coach Rob Tribio is taking over the duty. So kind of thrown into the fire. He gets his first varsity head coaching job, and we'll see if he can turn this thing around for the Newport Harbor squad.
All right, they're getting ready to introduce the starting lineups for Newport Harbor. That's Nick Sargent, number 14.
6'2", Vince Aquavegwe.
Number 32 is their leading scorer, Vince Aquavecchi.
Next, number 33, a junior, 5'11", Zach Wade.
And number 33, senior, 5'11", 105 pounds, Zach Wade.
Junior, 6'4", Brian Robbs.
Brian Ross, who is their second leading scorer, 6'4", 205.
Senior, 6'2", Chance Beecham.
And Chance Beecham, a 6'2", 150-pound senior. That rounds up the starting five for Los Alamitos. And now,
Griffins.
here are the Griffins.
Number 3, a senior, 6'1", Jack Emmons.
Jack Emmons, who will have a lot of defensive responsibilities.
Number 11, senior guard, Chad Kutzke.
Chad Kutzke, number 11, son of the assistant coach Kerry Kutzke. He plays the point on the defense when they put the pressure on. And here's Ryan Hurst. If you look at him, slimmed down, lost about 30 pounds this year. Still very strong. And there's 34, Zach Radner. And Chris Capano, the leading scorer for Los Alamitos, the guard.
Going with an all-senior starting squad here.
That's a rarity for Los Al over the years.
Yeah,
that hadn't happened in quite some time.
Typically we'll see some underclassmen in the squad, but it's they got quite a few seniors on the squad, and Coach Cordemarsh giving, I guess, all the tiebreakers to the seniors, rightfully so, to get them their starting spot here at the Sunset League home opener for the Griffins.
Here in the Los Al Gymnasium, or as Ron Lund used to call it, the house of excitement.
Yeah, and it is going to be tonight. The student section is already jam-packed. They're all wearing their white T-shirts up there in anticipation of Queen of Courts halftime. That'll be the big event of the evening.
And if you see over there across behind the teams, there are the candidates for Queen of Courts.
Yep.
We see them: Callie Taylor, Lauren Atkinson, Jalen Villanueva, Lauren Yamada. And I've gone blank on the other two. I know it's Bree Marshall and Jenna Mendoza. I knew they'd come to me in a second. All right, Zach Radner getting ready to jump for Los Al. He'll be going up against Vince Aquavecchi. Radner, a double tip back to Ryan Hurst and Capano with the ball.
Newport Harbor comes out in a man-to-man defense.
Capano for three. And Beecham runs down the rebound. Nick Sargent bringing the ball up the court. There's Aquavecchi. He's guarded by Capano right now. They went inside to Brian Robb. He couldn't convert. Ball's out of bounds. Going to go over to Los Alamitos.
Both teams are going to be a little nervous here in the opening minutes of this Sunset League contest.
Capano's being guarded by Zach Wade. Hurst with a nice pick.
Number 5, Capano, and number 21, Hurst, are the ones that do a high percentage of the scoring for the Griffins, both averaging around 10 points a game.
Inside to Radner, a little turn, goes up. Gets the roll. And the Griffins are on the board first, 2-0. Emmons with a steal. And he quickly makes it 4-0. Radner gets the ball. Hurst quickly up to Emmons. Emmons scores his 4th point. And a quick timeout for Newport Harbor. 6-0 lead right at the top. Rob Trivio doesn't like what he sees there.
Yeah, not off to a great start for Newport Harbor. And again, Newport Harbor comes limping in. They lost their head coach in the middle of the week. He resigned. So, you know, I guess it's a transitional week for him. And let's just say the season hasn't gone all that well leading into tonight's contest.
They have an 0-2 league record. They are 4-10 overall. Their first 2 contests in the Sunset League. They lost to Edison 67-45, and then fell to Marina just on Wednesday night 55-42. The Griffins with the trap, and that's what they do. They bring a lot of bodies. Radner puts good pressure. Hurst.
And Hurst gets a boatload of rebounds, too. He's a big guy, and he's quick.
Emmons went to the hoop, but a little too quickly that time. He's called for traveling. Griffin set up immediately into zone pressure.
They're in a 2-2-1, kind of a matchup full court press.
Kutzke's there. He's got those really long arms. Inside to Aquavecchi. Gets it up over Radner. Newport gets on the board, 6-2. We're just inside of 6 minutes. Inside to Radner. Radner turns, kicks it out to Hurst. Hurst to the hoop. A little too hard to the hoop, and he's going to be called for offensive foul. Coach Eddie Cordemarch does not seem too concerned. He likes Hurst to be aggressive and go to the hoop like that. There's Wade. Double pressure quickly. To Beecham. Beecham for 3 outside. He's going to be to the right.
Boy, that was from downtown.
Nick Sargent with the rebound. He's going to try and go to the hole. No. Kicks it out. The big man, Brian Robbs, tries.
Newport's getting a lot of good looks.
To Kutzke. In and out. Aquavecchi with the rebound for Newport Harbor. Zach Wade's pushing it up quickly. Coach wants him to swing it. Wade had other ideas. Back to Aquavecchi. That's going to be to the left. Capano somehow comes away with the rebound. Six to 2 is our score. Capano with the drive. Hurst follows it up.
There you go. And you're going to see a lot of that out of Ryan Hurst, getting the offensive rebound, putting him back in. He's quick and he's strong.
The pace right now is in fitness, the exact same pace that Eddie Cordemarch wants. The Griffins are in great shape. They have a lot of people that can sub in and out. Khalil Asali is coming in for the first time. Another senior.
Captain Patrick Scully checks in, 3-year varsity player.
Emmons pushes it up. Hurst wants the ball.
Newport has their 6'10", 185-pound junior into the ball game.
Scully takes over the point when he comes in.
Kevin Rackestra is his name, the big 6'10" guy.
Hurst,
there you
nice
go.
Little fadeaway from about 12 feet.
I love watching his game. For a big guy who looks like he could be an offensive lineman, he has got a nice soft touch. He's quick and very mobile.
Aquavecchi got the shot up, drew the foul. Didn't get the ball to fall, though. Los Alamitos ahead, 10-2. 3:39 left here in the first quarter. LaSalle fans doing their best to disrupt Aklavecki. He banks that one in. I don't know if he called it, but it still counts. 10-4 is our score. 3:30 left in the first quarter. James Noble has checked in also for Los Al. Hurst back to Noble. Over to Hurst. Quickly to Asali. And the senior.
Nice shot.
Nice job by Hurst to find Asali. Made him pay for the double team. 12-4, Los Alamitos. Coming up on 3 minutes. Hurst with the block.
Hurst is everywhere.
And Aklavecki is pretty close. He gets his 4th point for Newport Harbor.
Yeah, you can't leave him open like that.
He gets the long rebound over to Scully. Can take the 3. Scully. That's Scully.
Griffins coming out a little bit on fire here, huh?
This is how they've been playing the last 2 times I've seen them. Want the pressure up. A lot of guys getting a lot of minutes and fresh legs in the game at all times. Scully back to Capano. Capano looking for his first points, and he finally is on the board.
It's all now starting to feed off itself. When one gets hot, another gets hot, and now the whole team is hot.
17-6 is our score. 1:58 left. Asali got there quick, and Aklavecki shuffled his feet. Called for the turnover, traveling. Wes Mitters coming into the game for Los Alamitos, who replaces Capano. The junior had 12 points the other night against Huntington Beach. He was sick earlier last week.
Yeah, varsity player last year as a sophomore. His freshman year, he was at Mater Dei, so transferred in from Mater Dei.
From Mater Dei. And there's Asali again. Ball bounces off to the right.
Good call there on the blocking.
Radner can't believe he didn't get the call, but it's called for the block. Nick Sargent looked a little out of control too.
Yeah, but I think it was a good call. It looked like he was moving in the lane to get that, trying to take the charge.
(17-6) is our score. 1:34 left in the first quarter. Nick Sargent misses the first free throw. Tyler Given checks into the game. Radner comes out. 17-7 is our score. Sargent converted. And Quartermar says Given's been giving some excellent minutes this year.
So right now you got none of the starting 5 for the Griffins is on the court. So you can see where Coach Quartermar in the first quarter is getting in at least 10 players.
Given is a 6'5", 209-pound senior. And he used all 209 pounds there and got called for the block. Harbor quickly up the court. Back to Rob, number 24. That's now Austin Berquist. Given closes on him quickly. Outside to number 12, Robbie Rettig. Mitter, good pressure. Rettig a little out of control there. Bailed out on the call. Foul is on Wes Mitter. New 35 clock. 1:02 left in the quarter. Los Alamitos ahead, 17-7. Berquist, bounce pass to Reddick. Reddick kicks it around. Nick Sargent couldn't get the rebound, and Austin Berquist hit the floor. Given stayed up, and Los Al's going to get the ball.
You know, one thing Newport Harbor does do is they play very loose out there. A couple 3 passes, and they take the shot. They're not looking to pass this thing 5-6 times. It's a couple passes. First guy open takes it.
It's a lot more the norm nowadays than the old days when we played.
Yeah, it's a fun brand to watch. It's a fun brand to play.
It helps if you have guys who can make the outside shot.
Yeah, and.
Like the old Marina teams from a few years ago.
Oh, yeah, with Coach Roger Holmes, now over at Fountain Valley.
Noble's pass to Scully. Intercepted by Nick Sargent, who is going to go to the line there.
That's a great penetration to the hole there. Going into Scully to draw the foul and then trying to finish, which he didn't. But that's exactly how you do it when you take it to the hole. Take it into the defender.
Noble is getting some words of instruction from Coach Quartermarsh. Sargent with another free throw. $17-8 is our score. We're inside of 30 seconds now. Noble. Staley trying to post up down low. 20 seconds in the quarter, 16 on the shot clock right now. 2.5-second difference. Mitter. Fades away for a little banker.
The banker, I'm not sure that was the intent, but that's what happened.
4 seconds left in the quarter. Berquist from deep. Off the front rim, and we are finished with the first quarter. Los Alamitos ahead, 19-8.
A lot of action in the first quarter. A lot of shots going up. Newport didn't exactly shoot much of a percentage, but they got a lot of good looks. Griffins played reasonably well. 20 points, a lot of points for the Griffins to hang up in the first quarter.
All right, while we have a break, I want to thank a couple of our sponsors who made this broadcast possible. A good friend of yours and mine, Mark Cole over at CI Solutions. Classmate of yours, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Class of 78.
The immortal class of 78 here. That's at Los Al.
Right.
They're still legend as far as from everything I can understand and hear. Anyway, hey, CI Solution providing card technology since 1994. If you have identity cards, photo identification, access control, and visitor management, any of those issues, CI Solutions will help you. Also want to thank Kim Archer, another former Griffin grad, first team real estate. You got some home selling questions? Call Kim. There's 562-716-4272. Call her right now. Ask her anything. Want to thank both Kim and Mark for helping make these broadcasts possible.
Yep, definitely without their support and contributions, this broadcast would not happen.
Anybody out there wants to help out with the broadcast? Give us a call. Nice pass there. Sargent blocked by Michael Mason, who's in the game now.
Yep. And number 24, Khalid Washington, just a sophomore.
A lot of potential with Khalid Washington. He's got a nice outside shot. Had some time on the JVs this year. They moved him up. He's pretty impressive down there. Akovecki kicks the ball out to Reddick. Reddick over to Sargent. Sargent hadn't found the range yet, but he does with that one.
Yeah, he's the kid that's been launching him, putting him up, getting good looks. I can tell you, if he gets hot and hitting threes, they'll close this gap real quick.
Mitter with the push-off. Had a nice shot there. You'll notice Mitter's wearing the long sleeve shirt underneath. He started doing that when he had a cold and was doing it earlier in the season. He started shooting well, so.
Why change?
Why change, exactly. Oh, he does change. He has different colors. One for the white uniform, one for the red uniform.
There we go. And he's got his red shoes on. Would that be Griffin red?
Yeah, we'll say it is. 19-11 is our score. Second quarter, 7:13 left. Los Alamitos in control of this match right now, but Newport Harbor showing some good signs at times. Rob, baseline. Rettig for three. 19-14 is our score. Newport Harbor doesn't want to go easily.
Boy, that looked like a Newport Harbor push there on Wes Mitter. Just kind of drove him right out of bounds. And the refs are letting them play physical out here and mix it up.
Rob Tribio in the game. Coach is advising him, you have your space, the players have their space. We know you're excited. He's properly contrite and apologetic. .647 left in the half. Scully across to Washington. I look at Washington, and that long, lanky body reminds me of another Griffin sophomore who got a lot of playing time, Landry Fields.
Landry Fields.
Now doing very well with the New York Knicks.
Yeah, getting a lot of minutes with the Knicks.
He's starting.
And about his, what is this, third or fourth year in the NBA?
This is his second year in the NBA.
Second.
Had a great year at Stanford and led the Pac-10 in rebounding, scoring, I believe, too. Emmons back in the game, over to Hurst. We're going to have a call here. And Hurst is going to get the basket and one. Chance to make a three-point play, the conventional variety. Brian Robbs is called for the charging. For the blocking foul. Hurst trying to get his 7th point of the evening.
Over the years, the Griffins have had a lot of talent roll through the gym here, from their back-to-back CIF championship teams under Coach Russ May.
You didn't believe me, so you looked at Landry on your cell phone there?
Yeah, I'm going to have to see it. It seems like he's been in the NBA a little bit longer than last year, just being his rookie.
Just because you read so much about him in local sports, it seemed like 5 years of experience. Nice block there. But right back outside to Chance Beecham. Undaunted, he fires another three. That's the third three for Newport Harbor this quarter.
Yeah, Landry Fields in his second year, 9th pick in the second round.
Newport's still playing. Still guarding Los Al tough. In the zone, trying to slow down Los Al. Washington, he's close, but can't find the range. Hurst just too strong inside. Washington follows it in. Nice.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you, for a sophomore to get up like that, that's an impressive looking guy. He's long, he's athletic, and he can jump.
Mason contested the shot, couldn't get it to fall. Good Newport Harbor. Capano quickly pushing it up the court. Hurst to the hoop again. Gonna get some more free throws. Logan Friend's going to be checking in here for Newport, and number 42, Dalton Jensen. Hurst, that's a second straight miss.
He's got a nice soft touch, though, for the big guy. Good looking shot.
Griffins are 0 for 2 from the line right now. Need to.
And this is Hurst's third year on varsity as well. Contributed every year.
Strong guy. When he gets the ball underneath, he's very strong. Quick hands right there. Knocked it free, but it goes back to Newport Harbor, to Zach Wade.
I always wondered why legendary coach John Barnes never recruited him to join the football team.
I think because the basketball coaches hid Hurst away. Capano back to Emmons. Emmons inside to Washington. Washington. No. Michael Mason. No. Washington. Back to Emmons. Washington called for the foul when he jumped up. He's throwing it back, but he backed into the Newport Harbor player.
Yeah, a little out of control there, but that's okay. Good effort.
Eddie Quartermarsh doesn't understand it at all. Of course, the referee's going, yeah, it was obvious. Emmons deflects the ball away. Showing those defensive quickness.
I believe the horn works.
The Newport Harbor coach is displaying some sarcasm. Zach Wade inside. He's sandwiched by Washington and Mason. And Mason's going to be called for the foul. 4:20 left here in the first half.
Level of play is a little sloppier than it was in the first quarter.
Zach Wade gets on the board for the first time for Newport Harbor. This free throw. We're having a short timeout here. Called by Los Al. Eddie Quartermarsh apparently doesn't like what he's been seeing here. A little sloppy play, as you pointed out, Mark.
Remind everybody to stick around and watch the halftime ceremonies here, the Queen of Courts. We see all of the finalists getting ready to go find their spots and start to prepare for the halftime ceremony. This is as I understand it, and was told by Athletic Director Rich Smith, the history of Queen of Courts is Coach Brooks back in the 80s wanted to create an event that was similar to the football homecoming event, and came up with this Queen of Courts, which initially the basketball team nominated the girls, and the student body voted, and the format has lived for 20 plus years.
And activities director Jason Farber giving their final instructions. As much to the parents as to the player or the participants. There's Mason. Nice pass from Hurst. Mason can't get it to roll. Aquavecchia gets a rebound. Wade up the court quickly. Sargent. Chad Kutzke on him. Nice pass inside. Aquavecchia making some space for himself.
Yeah, you know, Newport is, there's some potential here. If they start to hit a little higher percentage, they make some nice interior passes. They got some guys that can knock it down from the outside. They play hard. They're not nearly as athletic as the Griffins, but they're hanging in there.
They are indeed. Only down by 5. Yeah. 3:27 left in the first half. Inside to Hurst. Hurst against Aquavecchia. Aquavecchia spotting him about 40 pounds. But Newport comes up with the ball. Jack Emmons anticipates that one. He does the steal. Little fadeaway. Yes, Emmons with a 6-point. Nice hustle by Jack Emmons there. Cross-court pass by 14. Nick Sargent. Capano. Emmons. Causing havoc for Newport Harbor.
Yeah, that's just a great drive and a little luck there on this shot, but going in, and we got ourselves a 5-point game and could drop it down to 4.
Zach Wade made the basket. The foul on Chad Kutzke. I thought Kutzke had good position on him.
He did. Played great defense on him, and he just, doesn't always work out in their favor. Zach Wade, just a junior, plays hard out there, looks good.
5'11", 185-pound senior. It's a solid physique.
Like
Capano has been kind of quiet so far. He has been the Griffins' leading scorer most of the season. Hurst keeps it alive for the second time. The shot's blocked by number 35. That's Kevin Rakestraw. Inside, Chad Kutzke, easy pickets for him. Over to Emmons. Emmons and Hurst. Hurst lost the handle. Back to Capano. Squandered chance for Los Alamitos. Emmons in the corner, inside to Mason. Michael Mason.
Nice shot by Michael Mason there, a little turnaround jumper.
So no damage for the Griffins as they come over the point anyway. Kutzke. Griffin guards are just everywhere, reaching around. A lot of arms. Up ahead to Emmons. Emmons. Can't believe he didn't get a foul call there, but the ref was not going to bail him out on that one. Nice pass inside to Brian Robbs.
Fun game to watch out here. Newport playing with a lot of heart, a lot of passion. Nothing to lose, just let it rip.
That was a great pass from Zach Wade. Very impressed with that player. Playing under control.
Coach Tribio's got these Sailors all fired up.
Look at the big guy, Kevin Rakestraw, the 6'10" junior out there on the pot. Emmons again. Mason. Can't make it fall. Mason and Rakestraw are all wrapped up in each other, doing a little dance. Capano steals the ball, pushes Wade away. Emmons up to Mason. Mason with a lay-in. Newport can't believe the non-call there. Ball's knocked away again. Emmons reaching in.
Oh, nice
Capano
pass by
looks to
Capano. A beautiful assist. And the deuce.
Capano looked to Hurst, drew the defense, and just laid it off to Emmons. Very nice play. 33 seconds left in the quarter. Rakestraw with a lay-in. Emmons, contested by Mason. Newport can't hit the close-in shot a couple times here. Los Al, 24 seconds. Will they wait for the last one?
Pretty fast-paced game right now. It's a track meet out there.
It's almost Paul Westhead style basketball.
Exactly.
7 seconds left in the half. 4. Wade from 30. Players are arguing with themselves among the other. I guess Wade wanted some players to move, and the other players thought, hey, we're open, throw it.
Yeah,
Rob Tribio didn't want any of it. He said, shut up, let's get off the court.
Yep. Zach Wade there, the stocky little point guard there for Newport, kind of almost single-handedly took him right out of the game there in the last 2 minutes. A handful of turnovers, an ill-advised shot there at the end, and we head into the highlight of the evening. It's just Queen of Courts.
Well, I got a couple of minutes to get set up here. It's like, I think I put the jinx on Wade. I was saying how much I was impressed I was with him. And that's how I helped Los Al win this game. Anyway, the ASB crew, Associated Student Body, are bringing out the traditional balloon arch. We got a little time right here. Want to thank somebody else who has helped us, one of our sponsors, Dan Turan, CPA. So one of the biggest challenges for any youth sports group is obviously fundraising, as you well know, Mark. Thanks to local CPA Dan Turan, that chore is now a little easier for the Griffin boys basketball group. For every client referred to Dan Turan, he'll donate 25% of his tax preparation fees to your program. Dan will match your last year's fee, whatever that was. That's right, you paid the same as last year, and 25% is placed in the boys basketball hoop. Don't commit a foul, pass on the big firms, and assist Dan with raising funds for the Los Alamitos High School basketball. Fundraiser is available to all other interested youth organizations. Dan's office, give him a call. 562-795-5022. It's a very generous offer. You get 25%. All right, we are here with Queen of Courts. And here's last year's winner, Carly Lanes. So we know we got to be close if she's out there. She'll be crowning the new Queen of Courts.
Yep. Carly Lanes, soccer player here for the Griffins last year. She'll hand over the crown to this year's winner.
Carly's ultimate goal is to start a comprehensive special education program within the Catholic school system. Carly's favorite high school memory are having the chance to work with all of her friends from room
Carly is the product of St.
801,
Hedwig School
who have inspired
before coming
her
to
so
Los
much,
Alamitos High School.
as
the
well
whole
as being
Lanes
on
family.
ASB and
Her dad,
CNET
Chad,
school
been a
all
longtime
hours
coach
of the
in
night
JB, I
for
know.
assembly setup. Ladies and gentlemen, Carly Lanes.
All right, let's turn it over to the ASB crew. I think they got their microphones hooked up.
First up, we have Lauren Atkinson. She is escorted by Mother Sharon and Dad Jeff. The most influential person in her life is her dad because he is more fit than she will ever be. The one thing that she will miss about high school is seeing her friends and winning CIF every year with her team. In 10 years, she sees herself happily married and living life. Give it up for Lauren Atkinson.
Next up, we have Bree Marshall. Tonight, she's being escorted by her mom, Jeanette, and dad, Gary. The most influential person in her life is her baby cousin, Chloe. She was diagnosed with leukemia at age 2 and fought through it like a champ with a smile on her face. In 10 years, she sees herself being a physician's assistant, possibly having a family, and volunteering in third world countries helping families. Ladies and gentlemen, Bree Marshall.
Hold away from your face, Jackson says.
Huh?
Hold away from your face.
Next, we have Jenna Mendoza. She's being escorted by her mother, Janet, and her father, Jose. If Jenna could be anyone for a day, it would be Sherlock Holmes, so she could wear disguises and solve mysteries. In 10 years, she sees herself as an established forensic psychologist and married to a nice, strong gentleman. If she could go back to freshman year, she would tell herself to always have a positive outlook on situations and enjoy the time while it lasts. Ladies and gentlemen, Jenna Mendoza.
Next up, we have Callie Taylor. She is being escorted by her mom, Sharon, and dad, David. The most influential person in her life is her mom because she does everything for her and is always there for her. One thing she'll miss about high school is her close friends and all the good times they've had. If she could go back to freshman year, she would tell herself to not wish for high school to be over because it goes by so fast. Give it up for Callie Taylor.
And now we have Jalen Villanueva. Tonight she is being escorted by her mother Keisha and her father John. Her most influential person in her life is her mom because she is always there for her. When asked what she will miss about high school, she says playing volleyball and all the crazy times with friends. In 10 years, she wants to be married and traveling around the world and possibly being a pediatrician. Ladies and gentlemen, Jalen Villanueva.
Last but not least, we have Lauren Yamada. She is being escorted by her mom, Linda, and dad, John. Lauren's most influential person is Dobby the elf because he is a silent hero. If she could go back to freshman year and give herself advice, she would invent Angry Birds, drop out of high school, and just live by herself with millions. Her favorite quote is anything Mulan says because she's her alter ego. Ladies and gentlemen, Lauren Yamada. Give it up for your 2012 Queen of Quartz. Drum roll, please.
Somebody doesn't have the envelope.
And your 2012 Queen of Quartz is Lauren Atkinson.
So, Lauren Atkinson.
Wow, outstanding. Lauren Atkinson.
Lacrosse player.
Longtime residents of Rossmore.
Parents Jeff and Shannon. Very familiar figures in lots of different sports around here.
She has a twin brother here at Los Alamitos, and he's a lacrosse player.
Older sister who was a lacrosse player at Los Al on the championship teams.
Water skiers, snow skiers, Very, very active, athletic family.
I think Jeff, didn't he coach one of the basketball teams here at Los Al for the girls' basketball team?
Jeff does everything.
Yes. Jeff has time to do everything. He's retired now.
He'll clean up this place after everybody is long gone. And then be the first guy in the morning to open it up.
And he's been a great guy helping out on the soccer fields, lacrosse fields.
Yeah, he's the guy that goes for a 10-mile jog, and when you see him, he looks like he's sprinting, and he is sprinting. He's on mile 7, and he's sprinting.
What he really does is irritate everybody in this community.
That's right. Intentionally. Intentionally.
Okay, so Lauren Atkinson, like I said, the lacrosse crew. And there they go, getting all the shots with all the girls together now. This is what they come for here. 10,000 copies of it on Facebook tomorrow. All right, we're going to come back in a few minutes, and we will have more action. Los Alamitos versus Newport Harbor in the basketball game of the week here on LATV. It's 33-25. Los Alamitos is ahead of Newport Harbor. We'll be right back with the second half.
Quit playing around and clean out the garage.
Quit playing around, huh?
Thank you, Larry.
I'll show her. Let's go, Joe.
Nice.
Clean out your garage and sell Play It Again Sports, your gently used sports and fitness gear.
Worthington-Lissac Insurance Services has been serving your area for over 20 years. Our friendly staff will work with you to come up with a policy that works best for you. We work with Mercury, Safeco, Progressive, Fireman's Fund, and the Hartford. We offer coverage for auto and home insurance for homeowners, condos, and renters. We also offer commercial and business insurance, including commercial property, general liability, and more. Call Worthington-Lissac Insurance Services at 562-795-5744.
All right, welcome back. Second half of action here at the Los Alamitos High School Gymnasium on the Los Al TV Game of the Week. The Griffins versus Newport Harbor. And Los Alamitos currently has a 33-25 lead.
Entertaining first half. Newport Harbor gave it everything they had. As we mentioned before the game, their head coach resigned midweek, and now
Rob Tribio making
head coach Rob Tribio got the Sailors playing hard, playing aggressive. They're a little outmanned athletically and talent-wise by Los Al, but I tell you what, we're in for an exciting second half here if Newport Harbor can shoot a little better percentage.
In the scoring, Zach Radner had 2, Jack Emmons had 8, Ryan Hurst had 8. Those two led the Griffins. Emmons with the ball right there over to Capano, inside to Hurst. Aquavecchi, who is the leading scorer for Newport Harbor, is called for the early foul. Also scoring for Los Al, Pat Scully with 3, Khalil Saley with 2, Wes Mitter 2, Khalid Washington with 2, and Michael Mason with 4. There's Radner inside. He had 2 points. He's going to be called for walking. Makes the big move.
A big, strong guy, Zach Radner. One too many steps there, though.
Yeah, he's really improved his game over the last couple of years. Plays volleyball, which has helped his
big guy,
quickness.
Strong guy. I love the two-sport guys. A lot of commitment.
Radner with the block right there. Grabs the ball. Makes the poor pass, though, unfortunately. Contests the shot. And Capano ends up with the ball. Capano to Hurst. Hurst with the lay-in. And Los Alamitos scores first in the second half.
Nice little dish by Capano.
Brian Robbs is called for the foul. He's not quite sure what he did there on the screen.
Not sure. I think he set a nice screen and then he kind of moved his arms up to give it a little extra block. almost
His dad
got away with it.
disagrees with yours and the referee's assessment. If I'm assuming the person complaining loudly behind me. 6:41, third quarter. Emmons from the corner. A little long. Good hustle by Jack. Goes crashing into the cheerleaders. Could have been by design. All the players in the team, when interviewed, said Jack is the biggest flirt. The ladies' man of the team.
Oh. He's a good player, though. I like Jack Emmons.
Kutzke, good help. Quickly trying to find somebody. Blocks out the big guy.
Jack
Emmons with the ball. Comes up. Capano. Move to the middle. That's what he does so well.
Yep. With the left hand, too, on the dribble drive, and then lay it in with the right.
Griffins score the first 4 points. 37-25. Capano knocks the ball away from Wade. There's Aquavecchi. Inside. No, Radner with the rebound. Over to Hurst. Excuse me. Hurst and Kutzke. Kutzke with the ball, then passes it over to Capano. Griffins go into their rotation. Emmons, baseline. That's what he likes, and that's what he converts.
Oh, 3-foot bank shot on the dribble drive along the baseline.
Coming off the pick. I just have a feeling the constant pressure from the Griffins interchanging is going to take its toll. The height's certainly taking its toll inside.
Yeah, this game is definitely getting out of control for Newport and out of hand. Just wearing them down.
I thought they'd held the ball for an eternity. It was only like 12 seconds. Shot clock at 15. Now approaching 10. Nick Sargent draws the foul.
Unnecessary foul there.
He had 5 points for Newport Harbor in the first half. Looks to add to his total. 4:49. Clock is at. Sargent misses the free throw. That is his third miss. Sargent makes the second one. So far, he's made 3 out of 6 free throws on the evening. Okay. Rakestraw checks into the game. Kevin Rakestraw, the 6'10 junior, number 35. And Sargent with the third free throw. Can't get the roll. Hurst gets the rebound. There's Capano. Emmons. Hurst.
Cody Paul walking into the gym, star of the football team.
Running back, made all county second team. Had a nice article on him in ESPN the magazine that just came out this month.
Mr. Everything for the Griffin football team at about 5'5", 5'6".
Chad Kutzke, a tray. Newport trying to run with the Griffins. Radner with the rebound, knocked away. Kicked away by Nick Sargent. Going to go over to Los Alamitos. Rob Tribune getting a little instruction in proper coaching protocol from the referees. This is only his second game as a head coach. Longtime assistant for at least 5 years here at Newport Harbor. You mentioned Larry Hurst quit earlier this week, resigned after a number of years. Inside to Hurst. Capano. Capano for three. He's short. Air ball's hauled in. There's Rob Reddick bringing up the court. He finds Rakestraw. Just can't get it to fall. Thought he had that one. Hurst to Emmons. Emmons gonna bank this one. Nope. Goes inside to Hurst. Rakestraw knocks it away. Capano knocks that away. Gonna go over to Newport Harbor.
Coach Portemar's doing a little less subbing here in the second half. In fact, I think we're going to the bench for the first time right now.
Just as you're saying that, he asked Pat Scully to get off the bench and come on in.
The senior captain.
The senior captain.
3-year varsity player.
His dad, Steve, a longtime football assistant at Los Alamitos. Or assistant coach for the football team, probably better English. Emmons. Jack with his 12th point of the evening to lead all scorers. Beecham went into the middle and was fouled by number 34, Zach Radner, 34. Gonna have mass substitutions here. Michael Mason, Khalid Washington. Pat Scully gonna come in for Los Alamitos. Aquavecchi coming back in for Newport Harbor along with Brian Robbs. And Austin Berkwitz is gonna come in for the shooter, Chance Beecham.
Chance, a good looking player. Nice looking shot there at the free throw line.
He makes it and he pays the price. He's substituted for. Number 14, Nick Sargent, checking back in the game for number 22, Logan Friend, who had a brief sojourn on the court.
Just a short cup of coffee there on the court.
Scully to Capano. Capano inside to Washington. Washington.
Bodes well for the Griffins' future when you got a guy like that, only a sophomore. Looks everything like a basketball player. He's long, athletic.
Mason and Robbs fighting. Mason's going to be called for the foul right here.
Yeah, Mason didn't have position.
Or no,
there.
we're going to be called for a jump ball. The referee underneath had a jump ball. He was looking to see if the referee outside had a foul. The other referee did not.
None of the blue shirts seem to like that one, but Griffins think it's a great call, though. Coach Cordemar's giving a little smile down to the other, his counterpart on the other side.
Possession arrow goes to Newport Harbor. They get the ball. Fouls on Capano. Capano knocks it away. At that point, not a lot of motion here when the Newport Harbor inbounding the ball. The players are kind of standing around. They're a little tired, my conjecture. Capano comes out. Wes Mitter checks in.
Looking for that three ball.
Austin Berkwith delivers. Wes Mitter for three. In and out. Nick Sargent.
A little too much NBA there. Falling down on the three, trying to get the call.
Reddick to Berkwist. Berkwist kicks it back to Robbs. Robbs.
You need to pass.
Robbs gets his second basket of the evening, 4 points. Scully. Robbie Reddick pushes the ball up over to Nick Sargent for three. Wes Mitter tried to screen Sargent out, but Sargent got around him, throws the ball off Mitter. Gonna go back to Newport Harbor. always wonder when you can grab a ball, why not grab it? You never know what's going to happen. Scully gets away with a half mug. Mitter knocks the ball back to Aquavecchi. Into the corner to Beecham. Beecham baseline to Nick Sargent. Nick Sargent
knocks it down. Ball within 10.
That's the 5th three-pointer of the evening for Newport Harbor. Quickly cuts a lead that had been 16 down to 10.
They're a team that can get real dangerous if they get hot because they put up a lot of threes and they get a lot of shots off.
So far, looking at here at my copious notes here, Los Al's only made 2 three-pointers in the evening. They aren't a great three-point shooting team. Mitter is probably the best outside shooter.
Yeah, and Capano can, he's a scorer as well. They don't attempt a lot of threes. Newport looks like they're looking for the three. The inbound play is definitely a three ball by design, and they got guys hanging out outside the circle.
Newport fans showing signs of life. We just had an over and back there that wasn't called. Scully. Newport playing a little more energy on defense right now. Griffins probably pounding it a little too much. Inside to Mason. Mason back to Scully. Scully baseline. Mason keeps it alive. Michael Mason with his 6th point of the evening. Gives Los Alamitos a 12-point lead, 48-36 as we come on the final 20 seconds of the 3rd quarter. Reddick back to Sargent.
Surprised Sargent didn't put that up.
Down to 14 seconds. Aquavecchi over to Beecham. They're playing for the last shot.
That's why.
Reddick. Guarded by Scully. Reddick drives him. Almost followed in by Beecham.
Wow, Griffins got away with something there. Newport had a nice layup there and a second shot, but did not convert.
I'm impressed Newport Harbor had a chance to cave.
Yeah.
To mail it in the rest of the game. They stayed in there and they cut the lead.
I think they were down by 15, 16 points there. Cut it to 10, down by 12 heading into the 4th quarter, playing with a lot of heart. Nobody's given up on that team. And I'll tell you, with the number of 3 balls and 3-point shots that they take, they get hot. And Los Al goes cold. This game can get close real quick.
All right, we have a chance here. I want to thank again our sponsors, Mark Cole, CI Solutions.
Class of 78.
Class of 78, father of 3 Griffins himself. Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor being the oldest. Miles at Occidental.
Miles at Occidental. That's what I'm trying to think of. Where's that now?
Taylor graduated from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo.
Miles
at Occidental, senior. He'll be graduating.
And Maddie's a junior.
Maddie's a junior on the soccer team here, the varsity soccer team.
And another Los Al alum and parent of Los Al alums.
Yeah.
Kim Archer. Daughter Mallory, I think, is at Oregon right now. But Kim Archer, you got some home selling questions? Give Kim a call. Kim Archer, First Team Real Estate. Want to thank them all for helping us with these broadcasts on the Los Al basketball games. If you want to do it, give us a call. Call me. I'll help get it advertised on the air. 562-522-6670. Griffin starting Mason, Khalid Washington. Khalil Asale is in the game. Scully and Mitter completes the fivesome. 12-point lead for Los Alamitos. Scully. Travels and didn't get away with it.
Yeah, he had a little happy feet there once he got into the lane. Nice little quick little spin move there, but too many steps.
Short. Wade. Inside to Aquavecchi. Aquavecchia with his 10th point of the evening. He and Nick Sargent are tied for the lead in that. Scully Demitter, guarded by Robbie Reddick. Griffins are dribbling a little too much. Nowhere near the ball movement they had earlier. Of course, that's a nice pass.
Griffins starting 5, getting ready to roll back in.
Wade inside to Aquavecchia. Aquavecchia is not a big player. He makes some space for himself underneath, though. Scully, nice move, getting around it over to Washington. Washington skips it across to Scully. Michael Mason, nice tip outside to Wes Mitter. Khalil Asali from outside, yes.
Nice shot.
Asali with his
senior
4th point of the night. He is the acknowledged Apple/Mac fanboy on the team. Nick Sargent from the top. Inside again to Aquavecchia. It goes up.
Interior passing there, getting into Aquavecchia, getting it into him frequently.
Newport passes pretty well.
Yeah, they move the ball quick. They don't hang on to the ball. 3-4 passes at the most, and they're getting a shot off.
5:59 left in the game. Los Alamitos up by 14, now up by 13. And Vince Aquavecchia scores his 11th point. Going to go for 12 right now. The fans have found the cause. They're starting to root for the one Griffin reserve, Derek Stampley. Hurst deflects it, grabs it, gets it up to Capano. Griffin starting 5 back in the game. To Emmons. Radner on top. Hurst. Got the ball, nice sag there by Nick Sargent. Over to Beecham. Beecham for 3, outside. Short. Sargent. Jack Emmons steals the ball. Almost dunked. Almost dunked.
Not quite.
That's close enough you can tell the fans you did it. Chad Klitsky took a ball right in the face there. Nick Sargent just trying to save the ball, threw it off of Sampley. Excuse me, threw it off of Klitsky. I have Sampley on my mind, sorry. The Newport Harbor people think that Los Al got away with a foul down here when Emmons stole the ball. Got him a little rattled. They got to get it, push past it. Get back in the game. Robbs from outside.
Yeah, boy,
the big guy.
They won't go away, will they?
Brian Robbs hits a 3. That's 7 points for him. Right now, this is about where Newport's scoring average has been their other games. Like I said, they lost to Edison 67-45. They lost to Marina 55-42. They're at 42 points right now.
Yeah, they're a fun team to watch. You know, they're not winning many games this year, but I tell you what, they're a fun team to watch. They put it up. They're not afraid to shoot the 3.
Over there on the Griffin fans, I guess the cheerleaders are just throwing stuff there. Brought the fans to their feet. Eddie Quartermore's talking to the troops inside. Mark Roseman looking here at the new Spiffy Griffin media guide.
Yeah, very nice. You come out to a Griffin game, you can buy it out at the Snack Shack.
Help raise funds for the program.
Yeah, a lot
very
of
nice job
pictures,
here.
Nice advertising for some generous people.
4:50 left in the contest. Griffins ahead 54-42, 12-point lead. Newport Harbor will not go away. New shot clock after the foul. Newport getting a little chippy. They want every call at this point. Capano from outside. He hits the three. That's his 7th point on the night. Kutzke's been called for using the elbow for leverage.
Foul on number 11, Jack Emmons.
Referee's warning him, we don't want to see any more elbows up here. Zach Wade kicks it out. Beecham is fouled after the fact by Emmons.
Go to the line shooting 3.
Andy Quartermars trying to get the attention of his point guard. Chris Capano wants him to gap him so he can't make that pass out there. Beecham hits the first free throw. Scored a 3-pointer in the first half. Trying to make a 3-point play in the second half. Short. 57-44, 13-point lead, 4 minutes left in the contest.
Griffins are trying to
Back
put this
door.
thing out of reach, and that's going to help.
That's your classic backdoor play, or pig, as we called it in high school. Hurst knocks the ball away from Aklavecki. Kutzke to Emmons. Emmons draws the foul. He's going to shoot 2.
Nice unselfish dish there by Chad Kutzke. Could have taken it himself in the lane, but chose to dish it to Emmons. Scully going to check back into the ballgame.
Emmons converts the first one. Going for his 16th point of the evening. He makes them both. 3:39 left. 17-point lead for Los Alamitos.
Yep.
Capano shadowing Wade down the court. Skip pass to Sargent. Sargent for 3. No good. Aklavecki rushed that one. Scully.
And
Capano.
you can probably say this game is in the refrigerator.
Scully to Kutzke. Kutzke to Emmons. Back to Scully. Good ball movement by Los Alamitos. Capano takes it to the hole. It's 9th point of the evening. Zach Radner. I gotta say, I don't understand the non-call there. .249 left. 63-44. Los Alamitos leads.
Griffins are going to go to 3-0 in the Sunset League, and Newport will drop to 0-3.
Kutzke short on his baseline jumper. Nick Sargent up the court, tries to spin, goes to the hoop. Sargent.
And
he has his 11th point of the evening. And
crowd favorite Derek Sampley, number 1, going to enter the ball game.
Sample's guys had some injuries, so hadn't had a lot of chance to play for Los Al, but he's
5'10", 165. Derek Sampley, 4-year program player.
All right, Los Al's lineup is going to be, as Tyler Givens comes in for Zach Radner, Givens and Sampley, Scully, Nobles, and Emmons. Newport Harbor had mass substitutions too. 6 players on the court, so they decided, let's call timeout and decide which 5 do we need. Rob Tribio recognized, I guess it was his mistake. Let's get things under control and then within the rules.
Yep.
.225 left in the contest.
Looking ahead to next week, the Griffins will, actually tomorrow, they're going to play Villa Park at 6:30 in an MLK weekend tournament. I guess it's a 1-game tournament.
Yeah. A showcase.
A showcase, we'll call it. Aren't they all showcases? And then next week, they'll travel to Fountain Valley on Wednesday and then come back right here a week from tonight against Edison, and that will be a barn burner and probably for the Sunset League Championship.
Nobles misses it. You say for the Sunset League Championship, which is interesting because that's what Edison was the preseason pick. A lot of people, a lot of coaches around the league are saying they think Marina and Los Al could possibly be the...
Or even Huntington Beach has gotten a lot of accolades.
Huntington Beach, yes, Huntington Beach, I'm sorry.
But I always like a Roger Holmes coach team in Fountain Valley, and you know they'll run and gun with the best of them.
They're fun to watch. It's a style of play you play when you get up to be over 35 years old.
Yep.
Don't go down on defense because
right.
the ball comes to half court, it's going up.
Let it rip.
Don't want to mess up the knees.
4 guys averaging over 20 points on Holmes' teams. They tend to score 80 points. We'll see. Griffins go there, Fountain Valley, next Wednesday, the 18th. 3-day weekend for everybody.
Yeah. Darren Kusamoto's in the game now for Los Alamitos. Sampley going baseline, kicks it outside to Nick Cadlitz. Checked in as well. Kusamoto, the junior, loses the ball, picked up. Robbie Reddick bringing it up for Newport Harbor. Final minute 15 of the contest. Los Alamitos ahead right now, 63-46. Sampley steals the ball, bounce pass to Kusamoto, can't handle it. Over to Nobles. Nobles to Sampley. Could it be? No. Kusamoto going to take the ball out underneath for Los Alamitos. New shot clock here. Sampley. Cadlitz. Given right there. Tyler Given. Cadlitz closes out quickly.
Final 25 ticks, and this game is going to be in the bag.
Berquist, a little out of control, found himself in no man's land, throws the ball off of Given, goes out of bounds, going to go back to Newport Harbor. The shot clock is off. We're down to the final 22.2 seconds. 44, Martin Mazinski. Seeing some action. .42, Dalton Jensen. Robbie Reddick, number 12. 24 is Austin Berquist, and 44, Martin Mazinski is going to go to the line right now. Also in the game for them, Newport Harbor is Logan Friend, number 22. Clock's at 17.8 seconds. Gatlitz with the rebound. Sampling. 15 seconds left. Are they going to let the clock run down? Looks like both sides are content to do that. And Los Alamitos is going to come away with their third win of the Sunset League season.
Good effort by both teams. Give Newport Harbor a lot of credit for hanging in there. They knew they were outmanned coming in. New coach, but they hung on there and they're a scrappy, fun team to watch.
All right, when we come back, we're going to try and run down two of the Griffins. Who can we get? Let's find out. Right now, let's check out a message.
Quit playing around and clean out the garage.
Quit playing around, huh? I'll show her. Let's go, Joe. Nice.
Clean out your garage and sell Play It Again Sports, your gently used sports and fitness gear.
All right, welcome back to the Los Alamitos High School Gymnasium, where the Griffins have just defeated Newport Harbor 65-47, and I'm here with two of the stars for Los Al tonight, Jack Emmons and Chris Capano. Jack, you led all scorers tonight with 18 points. Were you aware you were scoring that many?
Not really. I was just going for the layups, get whatever I could get for the team.
You guys had some great passing, a lot of good inside passing. Has that stepped up a lot since you guys have been winning lately? Has that been improving a lot?
Yeah, we realized we needed to get involved with the bigs. That way our outside shots could flow better. And then with that, everything just started working well, and that's how we've gone 3-0 in league so far.
Now, when we did interviews earlier in the season, or earlier this week, all the guys said that you were the ladies' man on the team. And I noticed that when you had to go do a slide into the floor, you made sure you went right into the cheerleaders section over there.
You know, gotta impress the ladies sometimes. Totally did that on purpose.
All right, Chris, you've been you only had 9 points tonight, but so far in the season, you've been probably the most consistent scorer for Los Al. A little different tonight. Didn't have the lanes as much, or what?
Yeah, I wasn't really having a good shooting night, so I decided distributing was probably a better option. So get Jack involved, get the bigs involved. So
you did a great job of that. Everybody was passing the ball, I thought. It's like, have you noticed that you guys have picked up the tempo of play for yourself in the last 6-7 games?
I think we have. At the beginning of the season, we were turning the ball over, not pushing the ball. Later in the season, we started doing that more, so that's why we come out with the wins.
What do you think? You got some tough games coming up. Edison next week. What are going to be the keys you guys coming up?
Lock down Bartlett. He's our main scorer, so do that, we win.
All right, well, I want to thank you for joining us right now. Great job for you guys. Now go over there, and all your fans over here are waiting to see you, Jack, and your sister and your mom, and thanks a lot for joining us. Okay. All right, Mark, a good first game here for Los Alamitos this season on LATV.
Yeah, great way to start the basketball season for the Griffins at home. Queen of course. Congratulations to Lauren Atkinson. Well-deserved. Good family, local community. They support everything, and the Griffins put on quite a show here on the court.
All right, we are going to end our broadcast tonight by saying thank you for joining us. It's been a good show by Los Alamitos. You want to come out to a good basketball? These guys are actually playing a lot of fun basketball right now. So come on out, come to the game, support them, and join us on our next Los Al TV Game of the Week. We'll see you soon.
Worthington-Lissac Insurance Services has been serving your area for over 20 years. Our friendly staff will work with you to come up with a policy that works best for you. We work with Mercury, Safeco, Progressive, Fireman's Fund, and the Hartford. We offer coverage for auto and home insurance for homeowners, condos, and renters. We also offer commercial and business insurance, including commercial property, general liability, and more. Call Worthington-Lissac Insurance Services at 562-795-5744.
Setting up your home with interior lighting can really be a major task. That's where McNally Electric's new website can help. Its practical and simple layout, along with its amazing search engine, allows you to sort by lighting type, style, dimension, and other factors that could help you with your decisions. Of course, McNally Electric's lighting consultants are always ready to assist you at any time. Visit our showroom in Los Alamitos, where we have a selection of over 200 vendors. We have what you're looking for. McNally Electric, affordable, quality lighting.